Okay, great. We're so very proud to have Mr. Charles Chapman with us this evening. He's an author, he's a poet, and he's an observer. I love that on your Facebook. Okay, and he's written Storm Over South Central, The Voices of South Central, The Depths of My Soul, and apparently something called Relay, which I got to check up on. I'm not sure. I saw his interview on Shout Out. It was very cool. He has taught writing workshops at the African American Museum in Los Angeles, at the library at Oakland. I'm from Oakland, yay, yay, yay. Yeah. And of course, the AC Bilbrew Library. I'm just so happy to know you. You do everything, Charles. We are a writing group here at the AC Bilbrew Library, and we need some advice from you on how to navigate this publishing game. This is a new game for us. So we decided we're going to start with an ebook. So we have some questions for you, but can you just give us maybe your take on the publishing end of this thing? It's fun to write, it's great to write, but after you write, then what do you do?
Right.
Okay, so let me just say that, publishing a book now seems to be a lot easier than it's ever been. We know from my workshops at the Bilbrew Library, I taught about mainstream publishing, self-publishing, and print-on-demand publishing. Well, it seems like ever since the clock turned to the year 2000, print-on-demand publishing has really exploded. It's been out there. If you can hear me, it's fine. Amazon really changed the game. In fact, my last book, Storm Over South Central, was published through their Kindle program. But recently, and I'm going to share this news with you, it's exclusive, so get ready on what to tell you. Ingram Spark, Ingram, Ingram Spark has a site to associate themselves with Amazon, but you can also publish your book through Ingram Spark, which means you'll be able to get your book into Barnes & Noble and other bookstores, because the publicist I was talking with told me she shared everything with me. So hoping I can share that with you tonight, what she told me.
Excellent, excellent.
Awesome. That's one of my concerns often. That's why I say if we go with Amazon, then we're stuck with Amazon. What about the other platforms?
Right.
And I listened to Ingram's podcast. I used to listen to it, and I remember them saying that. So thank you for sharing that, because I'd forgotten about it.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem. I mean, the information I get is the information I'm sure I want to share with you tonight. So hopefully I'll say something that will help everybody. I mean, I could go into mainstream publishing and self-publishing, but we've been there and we've done that. Now the game has changed, and I want to share what I've learned so far with you, because I know it's not the workshop, but I'm treating it like it's a workshop now. Right. It really, for me, Storm Over South Central would have never happened. For a long time, I was so resistant for Amazon publishing because I just was. The Kindle was really ruining a lot of bookstores. I used to run what I call a mobile bookstore in the city of Vallejo, California for about 5 years. And I ran a bookstore, ran that in a farmer's market. And people would walk up to me, to my table, and right up to me and say, I can download 500 books. And so that's what Kindle's done. But a good friend of mine, he asked me, am I planning to publish a book? This is after I had my incident. And I said, I'm looking for a publisher. So why don't you try out the Amazon, which I did. So I already had the cover made. And I'll go into making the cover pretty soon, Canva. Had the cover made. All I had to do was get it edited through Fiverr.com, find an editor. Then, of course, I have my ISBN number ready, because my wife is a publisher of her own imprint. So I had that ready. With the Kindle program, they will format your book, which they did. And you got the cover. All you got to do is upload your cover in the form of a PDF. Everything's in the form of PDF, your manuscript and your cover. And the next thing you know, they'll attach your ISBN and your book is ready to go. And as of November of last year, Storm Over South Central has been ready to go. And I'm hoping that Relay I'm shooting for next month, but if it's November, that's fine. So either October or November, Relay is going to be out. It's an editing process right now. But that's how simple it is now to get under Amazon and the Kindle program. With Ingram Spark, it's pretty much the same thing. The person told me is that all I have to do is submit my edited work to Ingram Spark, same format as Amazon, which your work has to be in PDF, your cover has to be in PDF form. They will provide for one time a ISBN number for you. It's usually a one-time deal. If you don't have the money to pay for an ISBN, they will provide an ISBN for you. Now, it is pricey to be on Ingram Spark. For example, I had to pay $49 for my book, Storm of South Central, to be uploaded on their service. So it will cost you to go on Ingram, but as Amazon, if you're a member, it's pretty free for you. So that's what they did for you. And like I said, the game has really changed. Anyone, you folks can. I knew Pat, you said you had your ebook ready. Trust me, you can publish it right now if you wanted to through Amazon or Kindle or Ingram Spark. So.
Okay, just upload.
Yeah, just upload in the form of a PDF though. And make sure you have your book edited, and if you have an ISBN number, that's cool. If you don't, they'll provide one for you.
Okay.
Now, one thing that Caldonia, she told us is that we don't want to use PDF because it makes it challenging when you're on different devices. Have you run into that? So like where a page stops and that kind of thing, but then with an ebook, you don't really need it. So
Yeah,
you don't really need it. You don't.
I'm sorry, Rhonda. For your book, you don't really need it at all. All you need is your cover and your manuscript. In the case of my personal situation, is that I had to convert my files into PDF because it makes it easier for them to attach the ISBN number and all that, and also to create the book. So that's why I think to prefer. For Caldonia's case, it may be different. So I really can't speak to what she says because it may be different for her. But for me,
I just remembered.
Yeah.
It was for print. So thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're doing it digitally, electronically. So of course you would need a PDF file to get all that done. For print, yeah, you really don't need. If you plan to self-publish, you need to find a publisher, someone who can print your books out there. And I think in my workshops, I mentioned you can go to a printing press. They're still looking for people to print their books, to print your book out, what it was going to cost. My wife, when her self-published novel came out, she had to pay for a printer, and it was not cheap at all. It was very expensive. I can't tell you the price range, it's so long ago, but for that self-published book, that's what it costs. But what Amazon and Ingram Spark have done now, they made it easier for people like you and us to get our book published. You know, that's a beautiful thing, because there's a lot of people when I talk to here in Oakland, they want to get the book published, but they didn't know how. And I think the biggest obstacle was the cost of putting the book together, publishing it, and then of course the marketing, which we have time we go into. But it's a challenge if you don't have the right resources set up to get your book published. People stop at that one thing and that's it.
So if we intend to do an ebook, have you looked into press books? Is that a way to go? What do you say about that?
Yeah, they can. Amazon, my situation in Storm of South Central is mainly a print book. It's mainly a print book. I have in an ebook file too, so you can go both ways with it. With Ingram Spark, and I had to put it on the print Ingram Spark because of the price, you know. But Amazon and the Kindle program, you can have your book in a print format or in an ebook format. You can choose both, and I chose both because I've seen people purchase the ebook when I check my reports. So I know, Pat, that you want to start with an ebook, but you can always have the option with Amazon to go have the print if you want it done that way. And Ingram Spark, you have to do it. You can do it, but there are prices for that. So you have to prepare yourself for the prices. I think it's $49. It's different prices. So from $24 to $49, you can get that done
Okay.
under print and ebook.
That doesn't sound very expensive to know what all is included in the 20 or $49 of ebooks.
Well, Ingram Spark, they provide the ISBN number.
Right.
Okay.
If you have, I have a ready-made cover. You've seen the cover for the next book coming out. So I have a ready-made cover for that. So that takes it out of the hands.
Oh.
Well, I think the only service the only thing you can really even pay for is the ISBN number. Well, they don't even pay. They just give you one free ISBN number.
Okay.
But otherwise, you have to pay for it. You know, I think. But if you don't pay for it, they'll give that to you as a one-time deal. So, I mentioned Canva. I know covers are really hard to create, or you know someone like I did for Relay. There's a good friend of mine from high school. She made that cover. And as I get close to publishing, I'm gonna mention her name more and more. But canva.com. My good friend who told me about Amazon also referred Canva to me. Canva.com is where you can create a book cover for your book. So Pat, if you want to create a cover for your ebook, they have many templates that you can go about doing that. canva.com.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's really great. It's really great. The next book after Relay, I designed the cover for that, and it looks really good. So
from Canva.
Canva, yeah. So you should try that for the cover of your book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, especially ebook.
Now, if we already have a cover, so that won't be a problem. If we have a cover, that
If you have one, it doesn't matter. If you have one, if it's fine-tuned, it's fine. But make sure that it's specified, the sizes are specified. So where Amazon or Ingram Spark wants to attach your ISBN in the back, it'll be with no problem. The problem I had with the first times when I wanted to upload the cover to Kindle was that our logo, my wife's imprint logo was in the way. So so I had to ask or make changes to that logo on my picture and the logo to the side. And somehow Amazon made it work, that they was able to get the ISBN number without affecting the logo there. So, but I mean, that was my particular situation. But with Canva, you can make your cover. Once you upload that cover with the right specifications to Amazon or Ingram Spark or whoever, they'll slap the ISBN number on the back. Don't have to worry about that. And the best thing about the ISBN number for Ingram Spark, you can take that book to Barnes & Noble and you can have your book signed in there.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what my friend told me. The publicist told me about that, and she's been wanting to get my book into Barnes & Noble. So Storm's gonna be the first one, and once Relay is out, then we'll have Relay in hopefully in the stores too. With Amazon, you can't. That's not possible because Amazon's a different store, so that'll be sending it to your competitors. You can go have your book signed somewhere else, but maybe I haven't tried Amazon stores yet to have whole book signings. We're still on the pandemic, but I would say with Ingram Spark, it'll be a lot easier because bookstores, and we're trying to get some right now to have book signings when everything's in clear. Depends on the Barnes Noble, and this is what I did when I ran the Black Book Expo. Is you talk to the community relations manager, and the community relations manager at Barnes Noble is the one who will assign, probably get the books together, and also to arrange a book signing. And I've had 2 at the Grove when I was running the expo. Yeah, and that was probably the best experience I've had being there. In fact, I have a different YouTube channel, Chapman's Books, and under that site, you'll see those forums held at the Grove, and you see, I had a great time there. I can probably send the link when it's all, through email when all this is done. So,
Now, what about copyrights? What's the issue with copyright? How do we do that?
Oh, copyright! You have to go to the copyright office for that.
And that's just no big.
Do that on.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Amazon or Ingram Spark, they can only do so much, but copyright, you have to get that yourself. I think in the last year, in order for me to get the copyright for Relay, the novel, I had to go to the copyright office, U.S. Copyright Office, and send in the required fee to have my novel copyrighted. Because just like it did with Storm, I was able to pay $35 to $45 a month. I think it changed to $45 now, to pay for the novel, for the copyright, and they sent it back to me. I wish I had it with me to show you, but it's there. They sent it to me, and now my novel is copyrighted, and Storm Over South Central is also copyrighted. So that covers you. And once you have that, then all you have to do is publish your work, which I'm in the process of doing now with Relay. So that would help. Just to get, if you go to U.S. Copyright Office, and I think the website, if you look it up on Google, if you Google it, you'll find the location for it. Yeah, I wish I had it with me right now, but you'll find a location for it, and then you'll be able to sign up and register for your copyright.
Okay. You know, you seem to be a master of this social media. Also, I think Zola got her foot in the door too. So how would you recommend, once we get our wonderful ebook off the ground, how do we get more visibility? Because we really need more visibility.
Right, you do.
And you are very good at it. I mean, you're all over the place.
Well, I may be good, Pat, but I'm telling you, I'm talking with a publicist right now to help me really get myself out there. And she's been giving me some good tips. Social media is probably the most effective and cheapest way to get out there, get your name out there.
Yeah.
As you know, on my website, I redesigned and have a new website now, still in the same name, charles.chapman.com. But on the bottom on my website, icons. I have a YouTube account. I have TikTok. My students have wanted me to go on TikTok forever, so now I got a TikTok account. YouTube and Instagram. And I post as much as often. And you see, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know I'm posing with the book. I have the book cover in my hand. I'm holding it up. I'm telling people about the book. I even tried little story details about the book. I try everything to get to know it's out there.
Well, I'm so glad we got Zola and Rona, because they really are. I just follow them, Charles.
Right.
But I was going to say, forgot. So is Facebook useful in terms of pushing this book?
Facebook used to be, but I don't think
I was wondering.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have lost confidence in Facebook because it's not what it used to be when it opened up all those years ago. So okay. I think I've seen people from Michael Connelly, who wrote Bosch, to John Grisham, all the rest I'm name dropping here, but I've seen them more active on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, I think Twitter is probably the best way to get your name out there because people follow each other on Twitter all the time. So Twitter.
So we can push the book on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah.
Especially on Instagram. I posted my book I posted the cover on Instagram, and it's really my students, the students that in one school that follow me on the one account on Instagram, and they've been really helping me push the book out. But it's always helpful to have the book featured, cover, and then kind of do short videos to talk about your book a little bit, help people understand what your book is all about, and really kind of get in touch. That's why I have the YouTube channel. That's why I have, that's what definitely I have the YouTube channel for that.
So we can do YouTube, right, Zola?
Yes, you can.
You can push it on YouTube.
And I know Zola's got a great YouTube channel.
She's really into YouTube, and I'm telling you.
Yeah. I've seen your videos. I've seen your videos. You're good.
Okay, we try. Okay.
She ain't no joke.
Wish I had your skills, but that's what it's all about. It's really about getting your face out there so that people recognize you and they will know that you are the author of this book, especially with the group, so they know that the Bilbrew Writers Group has a book out, and that name means a lot.
Right.
So.
Right.
Be sure to carry your business cards too.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
All the time.
So we need business cards.
You do. I have mine through. I forgot the name, but you can get your business cards printed out. I would say that you can go to Staples.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, definitely Staples and get them made.
Yeah, they've got
Easy.
good paper staples though.
Yeah,
Okay,
they do.
I didn't know we need business cards. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't either.
do.
I thought business cards were obsolete.
Me
all
too.
you-
That's what I
no,
thought.
everyone needs business cards. I
Okay,
always,
yeah.
every
yeah.
time I go to work, I always carry my business cards, no
Right,
matter
you
what.
know, but you never know when you'll run into a person and you
Yeah.
happen to mention that you're an author and you say, well, here, check out my book
Yeah.
on
For
my
example,
website.
this
So,
happened.
Yeah.
This happened to me maybe a couple weeks ago. I was on assignment in one school, and they asked me what did I do, and I said I'm an author. And this one gentleman said, "Wow, you're an author. You have a card with you? Have a card with you?" And whipped it out, gave it to him,
Mhm.
and that was it. That's all I needed, just to show him. It was
I never thought about that. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and make sure it's not the plain, cut out card. Make sure that it looks professional, has some type of logo on it that,
Something.
Yeah.
attractive,
Wow. I hope I wrote that down. Okay.
Yeah.
What, I don't want to
So
hold.
Charles, you have your ebooks and you have your print books. Do you find that either sells better?
Amazingly, Rona, the print is selling a lot better than
Really?
the ebook. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get.
But I thought
I
even,
noticed-
yeah. Go on, I'm sorry.
I was saying, I mean, every once in a while I get a notice that an ebook has been sold, but the majority of my sales so far has been print books.
And
I'm
that's from Amazon.
Yeah, definitely from Amazon.
But, but the ebook is cheaper, right? I mean, because
It
we're
is cheaper.
struggling right now with finances.
It is cheaper. It is cheaper.
We can just get it out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get out there, and it's accessible too, because you can get it on your phone
Yeah.
right here, and people can just read it. So
Yeah.
I think ebook for the group is probably the best thing right now.
Have you ever done audio?
A good friend of mine suggested I do audio, and I'm planning to do that.
Because you can
audio.
do poetry, right?
Yeah, for poetry and also the short stories for Storm too. So
Yeah.
that will be coming in the near future. Hopefully, I'm hoping by the end of the year I can get the at least the short stories on audio along with the poems for Storm, and then the novel after that. So. just
Well, I
get
thought I
some-
would offer, we have a couple of actresses here and some actors and actresses. If you need actors and voices for your book, audio, I'll let you know. I'll just.
Yes, please, please send them my way. Please send them my
Right,
way.
Rona? Right, Zola?
Yes, Pat is the lady.
Okay.
Rona is the actress, right?
Okay.
She
Okay.
does well too.
Anyway,
we
I
need
want
to
you to know, we do have some voices over there. If you need some voices, we have some for you.
Yeah, I'll probably need some voices to talk with. So,
Okay, I was gonna say something. but I
That
forgot what-
sounds fun, though. That does sound fun.
Right. Oh, you know what? I'm also, before I let you go, now Eddie's really good. Eddie went out and we're trying to find some venues where maybe we can do some events to raise some money. And so we found out that the city library the county library charges now, you know that.
which library charges?
They charge for insurance and what else is it? A security.
Which
And-
library does that?
The county
Yeah.
library.
Oh,
The
the county.
county
Okay,
library.
county. Okay.
And they also charge, if you serve refreshments, you have to pay 25 for that.
Yeah.
So, but city, I think is much cheaper. So I was just wondering, you know any venues that are cheap if it's for a community? Apparently, the city library will let you have an event for free if it's for the community
Yeah. it's-
and you're not
It's open
selling
to the
anything,
public.
right? Or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about not sell, but if it's open to the public,
It's free.
It's free. All you have to pay is $50, and that's for the insurance.
hmm
But I didn't know if
For
you know of any other
the-
venues
Yeah.
that we might could
Well,
look into. Because the county library is really expensive to have an
Yeah.
event now
Yeah.
because of lawsuits and whatever.
yeah, it has.
So I don't know if you know of any venues or I know that you go to book fairs, but that's so expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, to get a booth at a book fair, you gotta pay.
Oh,
do.
I did that once before, a long time.
You gotta
ago.
pay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do, especially at the time, the Festival of the Books.
Yeah,
Definitely.
man. The amount you have to pay for the booth versus how much you sell,
Yeah.
I don't know if
Oh, I tried that in 2004 and 2005. It's
Oh, you know
2005.
something?
okay.
You know, the African American Museum, they used to have, I don't know if they have it anymore, but I think it was the first Sunday, they used to have a fair. It only cost $25 because I did it. I sold movies and things. I don't know if they do that anymore. I'm talking about the California African American Museum in the Exposition Park.
Yeah, I
It
tried
used to
talking
be,
to him.
I think on a Sunday, or maybe one Sunday out of a month. And I think at that time, this is like maybe like I want to say maybe 10 years ago, was $25 to get a table. I don't know if they
I
still
don't know if they
even
still,
do it.
are they doing anything at the African American Museum, Charles?
I haven't checked with them in a long
'Cause
time.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
tried talking to him when I was running the LA Black Book Expo, and that was a long time ago. So I don't know what the change is now.
I think they would probably let you have a book signing there, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think they might
It
would.
depends. I think
Yeah,
it's probably depends on who they can get, like who can bring a crowd there. You know.
right. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah. Well, you guys have any more questions, guys?
I'm forwarding an email from National Black Book Festival that has the shirts. They have the shirts, Black Authors Matter. Okay, so they have what is it? Planning your summer and or fall book promotions. So I'm sending this to everybody.
Okay.
Okay, and they offer an individual interviews that are on
Oh, nice.
their
That's
website.
good.
Okay, so I'll
I
send-
like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Also, I like to mention that, oh, go ahead, Zola, I'm sorry.
And I was just gonna say, you get your Black Authors Matter t-shirt or hat. Okay.
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 Thank you so much, Zola.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Sure, glad to.
That's awesome. So
What do
I
you
read your interview on Shout Out LA.
Mhm.
And let me just say, I enjoyed the interview. It was really amazing. I really love the fact that at the end, all of your links were there,
Yes.
made it easy to purchase your book. And I'm looking forward to it coming in.
Yeah, it'll be there tomorrow.
And so tomorrow, and so at the end of it, you give a shout out, and you gave a shout out to Rose Mitchell.
Yes, he did.
And she's dear to all of our hearts. And what made you give the shout out to? What made you choose Rose to give the shout out to?
There's a couple of reasons why I gave her that shout out. One, because she let me have the workshop for 13 years there. Yeah, the rebuilding
Wow.
from 2005, and it started out with a group that I was a part of, and the group kind of dissolved, but she let me keep going with the workshop. In fact, one day I'm going to release that video from the second year I did it because I want to do it, and it was nice. And then she just kept asking me back until the time she retired. So that's why I gave her that shout out. Another reason why, this is probably the most important one to me. In 2014, I was running the LA Black Book Expo, and we tried to get into LA Southwest College. Well, first we tried to get into the mall, Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza. They turned us down. And then the LA Southwest College, for some reason, a week before the event happened, there was a problem with insurance. There was a gentleman, a professor there, who wanted us to come there. I accepted. We was all set up until the school called me. Sorry, school called me, and then that was this. I had to cancel, and everyone was mad at me, and a very difficult time. But Rose offered space in Bilbrew to hold an expo in the conference room. So it wasn't a total loss, but without her, I would not have had that happen. So that's why I really thank Rose. She's been such a good person.
She
And,
is, yeah.
And I wanted to wish all the best. So that's why I gave her the shout out.
Right.
beautiful.
'Cause
You know, we're trying,
she's always helping us, always.
Yeah.
Always.
we're trying to get her to agree to have the Writers Workshop, Black Writers Workshop changed with her name, Rose Mitchell.
Rose, yeah.
Yeah, so we wanted to have her name in front of the Writers.
Attached to it.
The Resource Center, the African American
Yeah.
Resource Center,
Right.
or the Black Resource Center.
The Black Resource Center. That's
Yeah,
right.
not the Writers Group.
Because I mean, she put it on the map. She did.
Yes,
She
she
did. Oh yeah,
She
she
really
really
did.
did. She really did.
So hopefully we will get her name attached to that, the Black Resource Center.
That'd be
We
such a
shall
great
see.
thing.
We're working on it. We're
That'd
Well,
be
working.
reach out to her and tell her you think it's a good idea too.
I'll tell her that.
And it's a
Oh.
part of Black history, it's a part of our history, recognizing people today, not postpartumly.
Thank you.
Today, wow.
Thank you.
Right
Let's
now.
give people their roses, especially when they deserve them. Give them the roses while they're here to.
And
accept.
she is a rose, right?
Yes, she is.
Rose.
And Odie's argument is we don't want Clarence Thomas's name on front.
Or Larry Elder's
Oh.
name up
Or
there,
Larry-
right?
Okay, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Feels much better.
No.
Somebody's name's gonna be attached eventually. Somebody's
Exactly.
name is gonna be attached. Might as well be Rose, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Might as well,
exactly.
might as well.
Absolutely. She's done the work. She's been there and she's helped grow that whole resource center. And
Right. Well, Charles, I hope not. If we have any more questions, I know that we can feel free to call you and you can guide us through this maze
Right.
of publishing. But I think it kind of sparked my interest in Ingram Spark. Kind of
Ingram
sounds like
Oh,
a
that-
winner.
That was a game changer for me too, because
Wow.
the posters reached me off all places. LinkedIn. I think Rona, you're on LinkedIn with me, and
yes,
she reached out to me, and we had a discussion. She's told me about Ingram Spark. Like, wow, it was that easy. So yeah, I think in the next few months, I already submitted my book there, and I'm waiting to see probably next week when I find out if Storm with South Central will be in the system in Ingram, and then I can have a book sign at any Barnes Noble in the area. So
Okay.
I'll keep everybody posted with that.
Thank you,
just to
thank
clear
you.
something up really quickly, because I know it's not just $50 to have Ingram Sparks publish you. I know I missed something there.
Okay. Well, I think the fee to get your files uploaded would cost. It just costs a fee. For me, it was $49.
But that's all you paid?
Yeah, that's all I paid.
Wow.
That's all I paid. There wasn't hundreds of dollars or anything like that. As
No
opposed to
thousands of dollars.
No thousands of dollars. It was that easy. $49. You know.
Wow.
Is that just for them to accept the book, look at the book, or are you already at the point where it's definite? I'm just, my mind is blown if you can't tell.
I can tell. It's okay. Absolutely. It was just all you needed to do was the same process as Amazon. Have your book manuscript in the PDF form, have your book cover in the PDF, and then just send it. The fee will cover it will cover the send it, especially because they'll format the same like Amazon. With Amazon in the Kindle program, it was free, I think, because I was a member. And for Ingram Spark, it was that much to send it so you can get into the system. I was surprised when my publicist friend told me that, but that's exactly what it turned out to be when I went through the process. Yeah.
This sounds like the way to go.
I know.
Yeah, especially because you get your book in the bookstores too. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Barnes and Nobles, and we can do our book signing there.
exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
All you gotta do is talk to the community relations manager, and I think she said Torrance was good, and that probably one of my destinations there. I wouldn't try Manhattan Beach. She told me that. Now Manhattan Beach, and I've been there plenty of times, so yeah, I can see why. Not that it's a bad story, but I think the vibe from the CR, the community relations manager, is not good. But this is what I've been told, and I'm sure when they see this, they're like, "Who you talk to?" I'm like, "Hey, confidential, right?" So, but I could just say that, wherever Barnes Noble you choose to, just make sure you talk to the community relations manager and set up your book signing there. Because when I had my two at the Grove, when I was running the expo, they did such a great job. I mean, this is the Grove we're talking about, right? The Grove. I mean, you never thought you could have two forums there at the Grove, and they took really good care of us, especially that stage they have. I actually did three. I did 3 forums there. So really, it just helps talk to the community relations manager and see what it can help you with. They did some promotion, but most of the promotion, you gotta do it yourself. Any type of promotion for your work, you gotta do it yourself. That's why, Pat, I'm on social media a lot, because you have to promote yourself. You can't promote yourself. Who's gonna do it for you? The way I see it, no one's gonna do it for you. So gotta promote yourself best you can.
It seems that's the way it's going to be. You have to push yourself. They have to know you're there. They have to know we're there.
They do.
That's the problem. You can't just write the book. Now you have to move it.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
That's the thing.
I just connected with you on Instagram. I don't use Instagram really, but I'm gonna get to, I'm just
You're gonna
old
get-
school with
and Twitter,
Facebook and that's it. But
Okay.
and LinkedIn.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take your advice. I'm downloading TikTok and
TikTok.
I know, I
do
know.
YouTube
I
with
wouldn't.
Zola.
Because
So
now,
this was great advice. Thank you.
it was great advice. Rona and Zola and I are meeting next week to try to figure this maze out. And I want to thank you so much. Charles, you know we're going to be calling you.
I know,
So,
I know.
If we face a dead end, we will call you.
Anytime, Pat, just call me anytime. You know that.
All right.
And I'm so glad that we can just help each other and try to figure this thing out.
Yeah.
And you know, if we can open the door for you, Charles, we will open that door for you.
Yeah.
It's all right with me.
Thank you so
So
much.
anyway,
It's always glad to help.
thank you.
I'm
Thank you. You
always
guys
glad
have
to help.
anything else to say before we let Mr. Chapman go?
No.
Zola?
We
Ms. Rona,
appreciate you. Thank you
Eddie?
so much.
Thank
No.
you so much.
Thanks so
I thank
much.
you for just coming on and sharing your information with us. We have to share.
Yes.
We
Yes,
have
we
to
do.
share.
We
We
do.
appreciate you, Charles.
Thank you so much,
very
Pat.
much. You have any last words you want to say before we close out?
Well, Rona, I hope you enjoy the book when you receive it.
Thank
And
you.
and you know, I'm open to all kind of comments. Let me know how you feel about it. It always
Okay.
helps. Yeah, it was
Great.
good. It's good seeing you again, Zola. Hope that
Okay, likewise.
Rodi's doing well. And
Well, yeah.
Pat, Eddie, thank you so much. Really appreciate all the
Okay.
help and support you
Okay.
give me.
Appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. Appreciate
you.
you, Charles.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Charles.
Good night, my friend.
Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Okay. I'll